Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room. Today's video is all about A Bration, the most fabulous promotion that Stampin' Up do during the year. Basically, with every £45 you spend, you can choose a free stamp set or a punch or other goodies, which I'm going to show you today. We've also got a little, I've got a little technique to show you as well. So, this is the A Bration brochure. It's really pretty, but it goes on and on and on. And some people have said to me, oh my goodness, I'm just confused and I don't know what to choose. It all looks lovely, but where do I start? So I'm going to show you a few things about this. The first one is that on the brochure, you can see, if you look at this stamp set here, there are actually 8 stamps. But you're only seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as blocks and the other 3 as images, which is not what we're used to on seeing Stampin' Up publications. So I'm going to make it nice and easy. And this is how I've done it. I have got a little cheat sheet here, which basically shows you all the different sets of stamps and goodies that you can receive during A Bration. So the first one is called Madison Avenue. Absolutely beautiful. So you've got this, the blue stamp going along here is a single stamp, so that's 1. 2 is that little diddy one. 3 is the leaf. 4 is this flower, and 5 is this flower here. So you get 5 stamp sets, 5 stamps in the Madison Avenue set. Really cute. Moving on, we've then got an embossing folder called Vine Street, and I know if you've been watching my videos you will have seen this appearing. Absolutely beautiful. You've got the embossed and the debossed side. Really pretty. Goes with a big shot. And then we have Sycamore Street. Now this is our 12 by 12 inch cardstock. Those are all the beautiful designs that you get. They're all double-sided and you get 12 sheets of 12 by 12. This one is called Vintage Verses. We've got so many, I can't remember them all. We've got Just Because, Thanks, There's Only One You, and Wishing You a Day as Perfect as You Are. And that is Vintage Verses. Then we have Feeling Sentimental. Now I think this is the one that's going to be the most popular. We've got this beautiful Ferris wheel, the Celebrate. We have a post box, which lots of people are doing as a Doctor Who box. And we've also got a penny farthing. Then we've got this one, which we were looking at earlier, and I was saying that was 8 stamps. So we have the greetings, Blooming Marvellous, Miracles Happen, Oh Happy Day, and So Glad We're Here for Each Other. And then we've got the 4 images as well, which is the little leaf, the beautiful hummingbird, the butterfly, and the flower. That's called Blooming Marvellous. Did I say that? Okay, now I've got 2 on this sheet. The first one is all these cute little images, which are called Petty Petites, and include a happy birthday, a thank you, a hello, a for you, a yum, some brackets and a little frame, and this little one with a heart on. And these go with the punch. Reach over to get the punch. I can show you that as well. So that is the curly cute, the petite curly label punch, which is the goes a little bit smaller than our regular curly label punch. So that's another choice. And then we've got a ribbons pack, ribbons and buttons. This is the Sycamore Street ribbons and buttons, matches beautifully with the papers. So you get 13 metres of ribbon in total and 36 buttons in these lovely colours. That's Pool Party, which is that one, Island Indigo, and Tangerine Tango. Okay, we've got this one here, which is Patterned Occasions. Very, very pretty stamp set, and they've each got a little greeting on them, but I've actually put my greetings on the sides of these stamps so that I can actually use them separately. I'll show you how to do that on another video. Okay, now as well as all of those choices, we have some more. we have this pack, which is to make up cards. You've got 8 envelopes, 8 card shapes, that's these pieces here. You've got some bling, some rhinestones and some baker's twine. And the idea is that you can make these up into cards. Now I'm going to give you a little tip. If you stand the card up on that point, it won't stand up, they go sideways. So I've actually cut them and layered them to make over the top of a card and put all the elements together. And you get this sheet of stickies as well, so you can layer up these flowers. You get sticky pieces like this grey across the back. And I've done some punching as well to make this card up. So you can just play with it as like elements of the card, but by doing that I've chopped the card in half, so that means I've got this shape again in Whisper White cardstock to go ahead and do another card with. So I'm actually going to get 16 cards out of my pack. Okay, and the final choice that you have, I'm going back to the brochure now, is you can choose from several things that are in our big brochure. If I bring this closer, you can see we've got things from the big catalogue you can have for free. So you can have the Itty Bitty Banner stamp set, which is on page 134, the Getting Started cardstock pack, which is 24 sheets in 12 colours on page 151, the vintage faceted designer buttons, which are really pretty, on page 176. You can choose the quintessential flower stamp, which can be layered up with our scallop punches, and that is 184. You can have the Simply Scored diagonal plate if you haven't already got that for making envelopes. That's on page 181. Or you can have the Essentials paper piercing pack with templates, and that's page 181. Now all of those things are in the big catalogue, and those are all choices that you can have during Celebration. So are we still confused? Yes, I think we are, because there's so much choice. But ask me when you have your workshop and I'll help you choose, or when you place an order. Now, if you're a hostess during Celebration, you get even more. So if your party reaches £150, which they nearly all do, you get 2 12 by 12 sheets of the beautiful Silver Glimmer Paper, which is absolutely gorgeous. And if your party reaches £300, you also receive this stamp set, Madison Avenue, and the designer paper, and Sycamore Street, which is the button and ribbon pack that goes with that designer paper. You get all of those in addition to your normal hostess benefits, which at £300 would be £50 worth to spend anywhere in the catalogue, and the Silver Glimmer Paper, you would get that as well, and any Celebration sets that you've earned from your own order. So it is a super duper time to be a hostess. So if you haven't already booked your party, now's the time. So I'm going to finish today with a little demonstration of something that you can do with the Silver Glimmer Paper. It is beautiful as silver, but how would you like it to be pink or another colour? Because you can actually colour the Silver Glimmer Paper. Now this is a little box. We did a recent class and we all coloured our Silver Glimmer Paper. This is with Melon Mambo. And just to show you another version here, this is a card where we have coloured them with Marina Mist. I think this was Wild Wasabi. And I'm thinking that this was Rose Red. It's a while since I did it, but I think it's Rose Red. Now there are various ways that you can colour your glimmer paper, but I'm going to suggest that the best way is with an aqua painter and some re-inker. And I will show you how. Okay, we're going to do today a little butterfly. So I'm just going to punch that out. And we're going to colour that using Pacific Point. Now, as the ink dries, it does actually fade. So you want to go with one of the darker colours. And I'm using an aqua painter, but what I want is I want this to be damp, but I don't want it to be soaking wet. So I'm squeezing some water through and then dabbing it off a little bit, because I don't want it to be really wet. And then I'm going to just paint over my glimmer paper. And that's how easy it is to colour. Now you do need your patience gene, because you then do need to put this aside and let it dry. And depending on how much water you've had on your brush and how much ink you've had on your brush, depends on how long that will take to dry. But we're going to give that a minute and I shall come back and show you it when it's dry. Right, now one more thing to know during Celebration, and that is, if you're thinking that you might like to be a demonstrator and you might like to earn money for having fun and demonstrating the lovely Stampin' Up goodies, then why not join my team? We call the Dazzling Dreamers, very friendly team. And during Celebration, as well as all the usual things that you get when you join, you would have an extra 25% more product in your starter kit. So you get £162.50 worth of your choice of products out of the catalogue for £99. So if you are thinking of becoming a demonstrator, get in touch with me. I would love to hear from you. Right, my butterfly is dry now. So I'm just going to show you that close up. You can see I've got very inky fingers. And it really is a lovely effect. Another little tip, if you want to attach a pearl, as I have to the middle of these butterflies, I did this with my upline Amanda. Hello Amanda. What we did was we actually scratched some of the glimmer paper off underneath. And then you can adhere the pearl. Otherwise, the pearl doesn't really want to stick onto that glimmer paper. So just have a little scratch and just scratch the top of the surface of the paper off where you want to stick the pearl on. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I'll be back soon with more.